Welcome, gorgeous souls. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Heart and Soul with wonderful Janet and myself, Caroline. And today we're going to talk about words, the power each word has, the power of uplifting you or bringing you down, and the magic of words. And of course, Janet is a book author. She's written several books, so she knows so much about the magic of words. And just one thing, how often have you shoulded yourself before you were more aware? I should be doing this. I should be more. I should be. I think that's sort of really a triggering word. Welcome, Janet. Welcome to this episode. Thank you.
Absolutely. That word should. Yeah, we have got to take that out of your vocabulary because that's sort of like, it's always, oh, I should be doing this. It's not because you want to do it. It's because you feel a duty or an obligation. And I know I get that. And I still find myself saying, oh, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And I think, do I want to? Or sometimes you realize, okay, it is something I need to do, but that's different from should. Need is, it's something that has to be done. And it just lifts the energy a bit when you say, yeah, I need to do this. That's fine. What about you, Caroline?
Yeah, I've been shooting myself most of my life till I became aware of, how demeaning of myself it is. I put myself down. I didn't feel worthy, good enough, because I haven't done this. It's sort of like the negative self-talk. And it's about that should, and then asking you when you say, I should be cleaning my room or whatever it is. And then just tap into, where is this coming from? Is it your mom talking into your ear, sort of, to speak? Or is it sort of an expectation, an outside expectation you want to fulfill, or you feel the need to, or maybe to fit in? So that should, all the things we should be doing, or that we can conform into a norm, whereas we can create our own reality and be happy with who we are. Often the should is sort of like, I should be different. I should be fitting in and all these kind of things. But definitely should is,
Yeah, I agree with
release
you.
it from your vocabulary and be attentive whenever you use it, and just stop. And then sort of erase that word and then feel into it. Is it something you need to do, you want to do, maybe even love to do? And then it's a complete different energy.
Exactly. And I think sort of that duty, and particularly, when we're brought up to be people pleasers, and some of us are very much people pleasers. We have to actually sort of look to ourselves. Does it please us to do this? Because we have to be aware of our own authentic truth, and does it fit with us as well? But there are lots of other words. I mean, should is one that, take it out. If you can, be aware of it, take it out. But there's some other words that we can start to use in our vocabulary to raise our vibrational energy. So do you have any favorite words, Caroline, that you love to use?
Love.
Love is a great one. It vibrates. You just sort of feel it when you say it. And if you really, people use love a lot when they say, oh, I love a hot chocolate, but that's not really the right word. But when you use it in the right way, where your heart is well, I know you, Caroline. So your heart is like vibrating that energy of radiating love.
Definitely. And it's sort of love is our true energy, you know, our true vibration. This is who we are. And sharing that love. First, of course, reconnecting to that love within, and then sharing that love from a full heart and vibrating it out. And yeah, I think that I love a hot chocolate kind of feel opens the heart as well, you know, or I love puppies or love babies, you know, just that mesmerizing, gorgeous energy. And yeah, and do things with love, even cleaning your home. You know, for me, it's sort of, it was always a burden. It's something I had to do. But then I thought, oh, it's so nice when it's clean afterwards. And I love a fresh, you know, sink and bathroom. It's sort of like, oh, good. And so I said, so I love a clean home. And then cleaning it is just the passage through it. It's always an opportunity also to release things or something. So what do you love, or when do you use the word love, Janet?
I love to love. But there's a whole lot of words. I was thinking about this morning, and I was writing some words down that I enjoy using, because I feel that when I say them or I hear them, they have a vibration. And I mean, one word that you use a lot, Caroline, is bliss
Does it
as
start
well.
with a B? And start.
Yes, yes. And I must admit, every time you say that word to me just radiates. It is like, even taken sort of like, yeah, we're in we're in winter right now. It's that sort of cozy, warm feeling of just being, everything is just safe and everything is good, and you're just so content and happy and cozy, and it just encapsulates so much. And when you're sort of in that state of bliss, it is that sort of beyond that state of happiness. You're just sort of like in a special place.
You're at ease. And for me, it's sort of like fireworks. It's maybe the wrong word, but sparkling. Then you're totally sparkling, you know. It's sort of like that bliss. It's sort of that inner, it's like a inner slump sort of bliss. You can sort of like let go, but then you sort of sparkle as well. It's that,
Yeah,
that beautiful.
it's where you're feeling held, that you don't have to worry, you don't have to be concerned about anything. It's just a lovely feeling. And when I hear that word, that's the feeling I get. Yeah. Another one, when we did the uplift book, which you were part of, Caroline, the word uplift was really important there. And even now, when I hear uplift, I feel that, you know, it's a really nice thing, is that, you know, we uplift people, we raise them up, we raise their vibrational energy. And I feel that was an important word. Do you have any other ones, Caroline?
I mean, no, just coming back to uplift, it's really like being in a lift, an elevator, you know, sort of like elevating your energy. And it's beautiful. And we can uplift ourselves by doing things, follow our bliss, or being joyful things. So joy is another word for me, because it's, yeah, joy is just, yeah, playing with your puppy and just thinking of dogs. They're always joyful, they're always happy to see us there, and they don't shy away to sharing it, you know. They're wagging their tails and they're just simply happy and joyful.
Exactly. Another word I was sort of looking at as well was the word grace. And to me, that sort of has that sort of lovely, you do think of an angels and grace, of being that sort of ethereal feeling of being touched by something heavenly. And I like that word grace. I mean, I think it's a lovely name as well.
Exactly, it is. And grace, it's sort of really
Light.
gentle, light, ethereal, and it's just beautiful. I love that word. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, when we look at the other side, I'm going to say some words that, and it's just interesting to see. I know how they make me feel, but if any of our viewers or listeners are listening, and just see how those words make you feel, because we've been talking about very high vibrational words there. But I mean, the word hate. Hate is a very
it is, and I think we can feel it. So I'm wondering whether our viewers or listeners can whether you can feel it too. And for me, this is a word that truly triggered me, because when my kids then said, oh, I hate this food, this is not hate. You can dislike this food, or you can say it's not to my taste, but we don't hate food. We don't hate, full stop would be actually the meaning, because with all the hatred around the world going on with humans to humans, it's just, I just can't understand that. We are all living beings, and hate is definitely something that
it does.
It's heavy, it pulls us down. And for me, it's that like inner cringe when I hear the word. It's sort of like
it is. It's like, it's yucky. It's I mean, like you hear so many people saying, oh, I hate this, I hate that, I hate the, and I go, no. I mean, I grew up in Northern Ireland in the middle of the Troubles, and there was a lot of hatred, talked about, and I didn't like it. Didn't like it. I didn't like it. Even as a child, I just didn't want to be in that environment. Instead, I love the word peace.
Definitely peace and peaceful, peaceful heart, peace, inner peace. All those words are just, and it has a different sound as a peace. It's it's just beautiful. Yeah, definitely. And peace to everyone and the world.
And having studied NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, how we talk to ourselves is really, really important, because we have the conscious mind, we have the subconscious or unconscious mind. And it is the unconscious mind that sort of runs everything, but it's always listening. So if we're constantly putting ourselves down, which some of us have been known to do, are listening to that inner voice that's putting us down, our unconscious mind is taking that all on board. So we need to become aware of what we're saying and start to switch it around, change it around, change your language. And you will notice a difference, because it has that impact not only on your mind, but on your energetic body as well. So do yourself a favor, start listening to the words and language that you're using. And if you start hearing that word should, or there's starting to be heavy words there, because you'll maybe feel them, switch it around. Like Caroline said about, sort of loving her clean house as opposed to not liking doing the cleaning. Yeah,
and definitely just be observant. Because that unconscious thoughts we're constantly thinking, sometimes it also helps to just come back into a peaceful mind, do a meditation or a clearing. So you give your beautiful brain a little break. And that's sometimes because if we're constantly talking down on us, I'm not good enough. I should be doing this. Oh gosh, I'm a failure. I'm fat. I'm old. I'm whatever. It's hard to then go to, I am beautiful. I am light, but
But you can
take a break, come to a full stop. Just
yeah.
Let it all go, and then integrate more of that. Integrate more of the joy and the grace and the peace and the bliss. And yeah, do that and be observant. And please, 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 dear listeners and viewers, don't talk down on yourself for having bad thoughts. That would be counterproductive. So it's all with accepting, sometimes, and I had that recently over the last weekend with this intense full moon. For me, it was sort of, I felt a bit down. I felt a bit blues, November blues. And I was thinking, oh, why can't I be joyful? Why can't, and then I realized we're not meant to be always joyful. It's like 10 years ago when I started to do my energy work, or even more, 15 years ago. And then I felt, oh, now I'm in the flow, how it's going. And then all of a sudden it's sort of like, and I felt sort of, what did I do wrong? Why am I not in the flow again? And then I was blaming myself for not doing enough, for not, but it's that flow and ebb, it's that out breath, in breath, and it needs both. So when we're looking for joy and bliss, we're sort of trying to catch it, and it always evades us. So just come back to that inner peace and enjoy the joyful moments, enjoy the peaceful moments, and sort of, probably like with NLP, ingrain it into your system, store it for a rainy day, and keep going and observing, and be aware of your words. And also, another thing is important, not to use negatives like, I am not fat, things like this, because the universe, or you, her, here, I am fat. You don't hear the not when I tell you, so don't think of a Pink Panther. What are you thinking of? The Pink Panther, of course, and probably all the movies you've seen and all the laughter. But it's, use positive words, uplifting words. And yes, I'm going to share the link to the Uplift book Janet published, is it 2-3 years ago? It's amazing, and it helps you to uplift and be more aware of the beauty around you. I've spoken quite a long time. I think, Janet, it's up to you now.
All great words. I mean, definitely, as you sort of say, the unconscious, subconscious mind also, when you talk in the negative, it doesn't hear it. So exactly, talk in the positive, and the present tense as well, that you happening in the here and now. So yeah, it is. And I studied linguistics as part of my degree program, which was very interesting to see how words were used and the construction, etc. And certainly in the creative writing, it's always about finding the right word to fit in for the context. So words are really important to us, but here I feel that they really do make a powerful difference to us personally when we choose our words wisely, because they
Definitely.
do have
power. I love that. Yeah, the present term, and looking at your beautiful blouse, flowery, garnish it out, because I mean, English is my fourth language, so I'm not so adept in using
all the adjectives.
The words, or because then it's always, it's a nice day, it's a nice thing, but it's use different words, like it's, oh, an uplifting day, or all these kind of things, garnish it out, and yeah, like a beautiful bunch of flowers.
Exactly. I mean, the English language is an incredibly rich language exactly for that, for expression. I mean, the German language is interesting because how you put composite words, you put words together. I mean, Glückwunsch is a lovely word put together, means luck, wish. Well, literally translated, but means, of course, best wishes, good luck, good wishes. So I mean, it's each language has their own. I mean, even in German, there was always words that I quite liked, or even in Swiss German, the way things were expressed. It's language is so rich, and yeah, whatever your language is, find your way to express in a positive, uplifting, inspirational way.
Yeah, and don't block yourself for not finding the right words. Just garnish it out. Just write. No one is looking for the spelling and punctuation. Just write it out, and then maybe read it out loud to you, and feel into it, or sing it, read it, whatever.
Music
lyrics is
lyrics
also something that helps.
Poetry. If you're into poetry, find a poet that you enjoy how they express things. Reading poetry is very rich in understanding the words usage, and expression with very little words content. I wasn't particularly into poetry before, but having sort of done work for my master's, that poetry was introduced to me. But I was sort of more a certain style appeals to me than some of the more modern style doesn't appeal to me, but the more sort of traditional style, I found sort of that it flowed like a melody. And I like that. I like that. And I like things to also, the rhyming. And people go, oh no, we don't rhyme anymore. And I'm going, well, yeah, but I like it.
Yeah, and it's amazing when people can write poetry, to get it rhyme and have the right rhythm, or and it's always beautiful. Yeah. Or it just sometimes just watching a funny movie, that is so uplifting. And yeah, sometimes they don't, Charlie Chaplin, they didn't use words. It was just funny and uplifting, and that's also good. And yeah, be aware of your thoughts, the words you use in your mind, the words you speak out. For example, a low energy word and also habit is gossip. Gossip, talking about people behind their back in a bad, demeaning way, is something to let go of, and yeah, if you have friends, they only want to gossip, or family members, just sort of step away and let that be, because gossip, no matter what words you use, is really lower energy.
Yeah.
Anything else you love to share, Janet?
I think sort of we've covered quite a large base here, and certainly if you're interested, if you're looking for something that you can do to help, why not take up journaling? Or even if you feel inclined to write poetry, have a go. There's no right or wrong. It's just about, finding a way of expressing yourself and sort of being playful with language, and reading more as well, that you're growing that language. And do research on Google, for example, where you can see what high vibrational energies are. I mean, I'm going to be writing a blog post and sharing some of this information as well. Caroline will do too, so check that out as well.
And Janet has a wonderful journal towards the Uplift book as well. I will share it in the comments. And yeah, journaling is sort of bringing down your thoughts onto paper so you see clearly how and what you're thinking. And that's also a beautiful, beautiful way to express yourself, and then gently adjust.
Yeah.
Mhm. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Janet, for uplifting us and bringing us joy and bliss with
Bliss.
our words. And
Love.
it's always love. It's always gorgeous to have our heart and soul chat. So use words from your heart and your soul, and be aware how they share their words in a magical way.
Oh, I love that. Magic's another lovely word as well. Thank you. Love and light blessings, everyone.
Thank you.